Morning, it is Friday week 8. We've made it through another week. I don't know about you guys, but I found this week more challenging than last week. I'm a bit tired and finding it hard not being around people. Anyway, we're up to chapter 15. I've got my trusty cup of tea here, and I hope you can pause and make yourself something nice. Snuggle into the lounge. It's quite a cool morning. Get a little blankie and relax and let me do the work. Alright, we're starting with Diedre Clayton. 1:50 p.m. Deathcast did not call Diedre Clayton because she isn't dying today, but she's going to prove them wrong. Diedre is on the ledge of her apartment building roof, 8 stories high. There are 2 delivery men watching her, either interested in catching her with the couch they're moving into the building, or else placing bets if she's a decker or not. The blood and broken bones on the pavement will settle their wager. This isn't the first time Diedre has found herself higher than the world. 7 years ago, back when she was in high school and months after Deathcast's services became available to the public, Diedre was challenged to a fight after school, and when Charlotte Simmons and instigators and other students who only knew Diedre as that lesbian with the dead parents arrived at what was supposed to be the battlefield, Diedre was on the roof instead. She never understood how the way she loves could drag such hatred out of others, and she refused to stick around to find the love everyone hated for her. Except back then she had her childhood best friend to talk her down. Today Diedre is alone, knees wobbling and crying because as much as she wants to believe in better days, her job prevents her from doing so. Diedre works at Make a Moment, where she's charging deckers for thrills and fake experiences and fake memories. She doesn't understand why these deckers are home with loved ones, particularly those 2 teen boys today, who as they were leaving, talking about how underwhelming the virtual reality experience was. It's wasted time. The boys from earlier reminded her of a short story she'd finished working on this morning, something for her eyes only that has kept her distracted in the quiet times at work. Her story is set in an alternative world where Deathcast has another branch called Lifecast, and this extension informs deckers of when they will be reincarnated so their families and friends will know how to find them in the next life. It's centered around a 15-year-old twin sisters, Angel and Skylar, who are devastated to learn that one twin is about to die and immediately seek out Lifecast services to find out when Skylar will be reincarnated. Angel is upset because she won't be reunited with her sister for another 7 years, when Skylar will be reincarnated as the son of some family in Australia. Skylar dies, saving her sister's life, and it ends with a devastated Angel depositing a $100 bill into an old piggy bank to start funding her way to Australia in 7 years to welcome her sister back into the world, albeit as an infant boy. Diedre thought she would continue that story, but scratch that now. Lifecast doesn't exist, and she's not waiting around for Deathcast to let her know when her time is up. This is a world of violence and fear and children dying without having lived, and she wants no part of it. It will be so easy to jump. She stands on one foot, her entire body shaking, surely about to tumble forward any moment now. Nope. She once scaled the rooftop at work in her virtual parkour station, but that was an illusion. Death is prophesied in Diedre's name, that of a heroine in Irish mythology who took her own life. Diedre looks down, ready to fly, when 2 boys on a bike turn the corner. They resemble the boys from earlier. Diedre reaches deep within herself, far past the place where lies and hopelessness come easy, and even beneath the very honest truth, where she's okay with the impacting relief that comes with flying off this roof. She sees 2 boys living, and this makes her feel less dead inside. Intent may not be enough to cause her to actually die. She knows this from the countless other mornings when she's woken up to this ugliness. But when faced with the chance to prove Deathcast wrong, Diedre makes the right decision and lives. Mateo, 1:52 p.m. This bike isn't the worst thing. I squeeze Rufus's shoulder when he makes a sharp left, dodging some delivery guys who are staring up into the sky instead of moving a couch into a building, and we continue sailing down the street. I felt really wobbly when he first got going, but as he picks up a good enough speed to throw a breeze our way, I appreciate the control I'm entrusting to him. It's freeing. I'm not expecting to go any faster than we are, but it's more exciting than make a moment skydiving. Yeah, riding a bike is more thrilling than quote unquote jumping out of a plane. If I weren't such a coward or a decker, I would lean against Rufus, shifting my weight against him. I'd put my arms out and close my eyes, but it's too risky, so I keep holding him. Which works for me too, but when we reach our destination, I'm going to do something small and brave. Rufus, 2:12 p.m. I slow down as we turn into Althea Park. Mateo's hands slip off my shoulders and my bike is immediately lighter. I brake and I turn to see if he's broken his face or busted his head open despite the helmet. But he's jogging towards me and a smile cracks on his face. He's all good. Did you jump off? I did. Mateo takes off the helmet. You didn't want me riding the bike and now you're going ahead and throwing yourself off one. I was in the moment. I want to take full credit, but he's had this in him all along. Always wanting to do something exciting, just being too scared to go out and do it. You feeling better? Mateo asks. A little, I admit. I get off the bike and I limp towards the deserted playground as some college-age looking dudes play handball in a nearby court, splashing in the puddles as they chase after the ball whenever someone misses. My basketball shorts are damp and dirt from the cemetery. Same for Mateo's jeans, so the wet bench doesn't bother us when we sit. I hate that we were there for that. I know, you never want to see someone die, even if you never knew them. It pulled me out of my bullshit zone. My whole I'm ready for whatever is gonna hit us thing is bullshit, and I'm scared shitless. We could legit die in the next 30 seconds from rogue bullets or something, and I hate that. Whenever I get into this freaking out headspace, I end up here. Never fails. But good times brought you here too, he says, like finishing your first marathon. He takes a deep breath, and having your first kiss with some girl. Yeah, that kiss bothers him, huh? I guess my gut was right. I stay shut for a solid stretch of time, only staring at squirrels climbing trees and birds and chasing each other on foot. Have you ever played Gladiator? I know the game, he says. Good. Have you ever played? I've seen others play, so no. I stand, I pull Mateo by his wrists and lead him to the monkey bars. I challenge you to a gladiator match. I can't refuse, can I? Definitely not. We just survived an explosion. What's a little more pain? Jungle Gym Gladiator isn't crazy like an old age Coliseum match, but I've seen schoolmates get hurt before. Hell, I'm the reason some of them got hurt. Two players, gladiators, swing from the monkey bars onto each other to try and knock their opponent down. It's the most barbaric childhood game, mad fun. We're both fairly tall, so we could just tiptoe and grab hold of the monkey bars, but I mini hop and lift myself up, like I'm doing pull-ups. Mateo hops and takes hold, but has zero upper body strength, so he falls back on his feet 10 seconds later. He jumps again and holds himself up this time. I count down from 3 as we swing towards each other, closing the small distance between us. I kick at him and he swerves to the side, almost falling. I lift my legs higher, throwing my legs around his midriff. He tries breaking out of my grapple as I rattle him, but no dice. My hands are kind of aching, so when he lets go laughing, I fall with him onto the mat. I bang against the mat, shocks chasing each other around my body, but the pain doesn't kill me. We're side by side with each other laughing while we massage our aching elbows and legs. Our backs are wetter and we keep slipping while trying to get up. Idiots. Mateo gets it together and helps me up. I won, right, I say. I think it's a tie, he says. Rematch. I'm good. I'm pretty sure I saw my life flash before my eyes when we were falling. I smile. Let me get real with you, Mateo. I say his name a lot, even though I'm obviously talking to him, because it's just cool. Seriously, Mateo. Past few months have been brutal. My life always felt over, even without the alert. There were days I believed I could prove Deathcast wrong and ride my bike into the river. But on top of being scared now, I'm pissed off because there's so much I'll never get to have time. Other stuff like, you're not going to off yourself today, right? Mateo asks. I'm safe from myself, I promise. I don't want everything over. Please promise you won't go dying before me. I can't see that. Only if you promise the same thing. We can't both promise this. Then I'm not promising my promise, Mateo says. I don't want to see you to see me die, but I can't watch you die either. That's messed up. You're gonna really go down as a Decker who didn't promise to grant another Decker his dying wish. Forcing myself to watch you die is not something I'll promise you. You're my last friend and that would wreck me. You don't deserve to die, Mateo. I don't think anyone deserves to die, except serial killers, right? He doesn't answer because he probably thinks I won't like his answer. If anything, it only further proves my point. Mateo doesn't deserve to die. A handball bounces our way and Mateo races past me to catch it. This guy chases after the ball, but Mateo gets to it first and tosses it to him. Thanks, the guy says. Homeboy is real pale, like he doesn't leave his apartment nearly enough. What a shitty stormy day to come out and play. I'm guessing he's 19 or 20, but I'm not ruling out he's our age. No problem, Mateo says. He's turning away when he sees my bike. Nice. Is that a Trek? It is. Got it for off-road races. Do you ride one? Mine got wrecked. Brake cable got busted and the seat clamp was all screwy. I'm buying another one when I get a job that pays more than $8 an hour, he says. Take mine, I say. I can do this. I walk to my bike, which carried me through a brutal race and everywhere else I wanted to go, and wheel it towards this guy. It's your lucky day. Seriously, my friend isn't about me riding this thing, so you can have it. You serious? You sure? Mateo asks. I nod. It's yours. I tell the guy. Have it. I'm moving soon anyway, and I won't be able to bring it. The dude throws the handball over to his friends, who've been shouting for him to come back and play. He sits on the bike and plays with the gears. Wait, you didn't jack this from someone, right? Nope, and it's not broken. Is that why you're leaving it behind? It's not broken. Look, do you want it or not? We good. Can I pay you something? I shake my head. We good, I say back. Mateo gives the guy the helmet and he doesn't put it on before riding back to his friends. I get my phone out and snap photos of him riding my bike. He's back to me as he stands on the pedals while his friends play handball. It's a solid portrait of kids, a little older than me, but they're kids. Don't fight me on that. Too young to be worried about this shit like that, Deathcast alerts. Too young to be worried about shit like Deathcast alerts. They know their day is going to end like it usually does. Good move, Mateo says. I got one last ride out of it. I'm set. I take more photos. The ongoing handball match, the monkey bars, we play gladiator, and the long yellow slide, the swings. Come. I almost go back for my bike before remembering I've just given it up. I feel lighter, like my shadow just quit his day job and walked off and threw up a peace sign. Mateo follows me to the swings. You said you'd come here with your dad, right? Naming clouds and shit. Let's swing. Mateo sits on the swing and holds on for dear life. I know. Takes a few steps and propels forward. His legs look like they're about to kick over a building. I get a picture before joining him on the swing, my arms wrapped around the chains, and I manage to take some pictures. Puts me and my phone at risk again, I know, but for every 4 blurry shots I snap a good one. Mateo points out the dark nimbus clouds and I'm straight wowed. I get to live this moment with someone who doesn't deserve to die. It'll storm again soon, but for now we go back and forth, and I wonder if he's thinking 2 deckers sharing swings might mean the entire thing will collapse and kill us, or if we'll swing so high we'll fly off and fall out of life. But I feel safe. We slow down and I shout out to him. The Pluto's gotta scatter me here. Your place of change. Mateo shouts while the swing throws him backward. Any other big changes today besides the obvious? Yeah, what? I smile over at him as our swing comes to a stop. I gave up my bike. I know what he's really asking, but I don't take the bait. He's got to make a move himself. I'm not robbing him of that moment. It's too big. I stay seated as he stands. Weird how this is the last time I'll be in this park with flesh and a heart that works. Mateo looks around. It's his last time here too. You ever hear about those deckers who turn into trees? Sounds like a fairy tale, I know. The living urn offers deckers the opportunity to have their ashes put into a biodegradable urn containing a tree seed that absorbs the nutrients and stuff from their ashes, which I thought was a fantasy, but nope, science. Maybe instead of having my ashes just scattered on the ground some dog is going to shit on, I could live on as a tree. Yeah, and other teens will carve hearts into you and you can produce oxygen. People like air, Mateo says. It's drizzling, so I get up from the swing and the chain rattles behind me. Let's get somewhere dry, weirdo. Coming back as a tree would be pretty chill, like I'm growing up in Althea Park again. Not that I'll say that out loud, because you can't go around telling people you want to be a tree and expect them to take you seriously. Damien Rivas, 2:22 p.m. Deathcast did not call Damien Rivas because he's not dying today, which he considers a shame because he's not very impressed with the way he's been living his life lately. Damien has always been an adrenaline junkie. New roller coaster every summer he met the required height, stealing candy from drugstores and cash from his father's pouch, fighting those who are Goliath to his David, starting again, playing a game of darts against himself isn't exactly thrilling. Talking to Peck on the phone isn't exciting either. Calling the cops is some little bit shit, Damien says, loud enough for his speakerphone. Getting me to call the cops goes against everything I stand for. I know, you only like the cops when they're called on you, Peck says. Damien nods, like Peck can see him. We should have handled that ourselves. You're right, Peck says. The cops never even got Rufus. They're probably giving up because he's a decker. Let's get you some justice, Damien says. Excitement and purpose surge through him. He's been living away from the edge all summer and now he's inching closer and closer to his favourite place in the world. He imagines Rufus's face there on the dartboard, where the dartboard is. He throws a dart and hits a bullseye right between Rufus's eyes. Mateo, 2:34 p.m. It's raining again, harder than back at the cemetery, and I feel like the bird I looked after as a kid, the one pummeled by the rain, the one that left its nest before it was ready. We should go inside, I say. Scared of catching a cold, scared of becoming a statistic who gets stuck by lightning. We hang out underneath the awning of this pet store, puppies in the window, distracting us from figuring out our next move. I have an idea to honour your explorer side. Maybe we can ride the train back and forth. There's so much I never got to see in my own city. Maybe we stumble into something awesome. Forget it. That's stupid. That's not stupid at all. I know exactly what you're talking about. Rufus leads the way to a nearby subway station. Our city is gigantic too. Someone can live here their entire life and never walk every block in every borough. I once dreamt I was on some intense cycling trip where my tyres had this glow-in-the-dark paint on them and I was aiming to make the city light up by midnight. I smiled. Did you succeed? There's actually a race against the clock suspense in this dream. Nah, I think I started dreaming about sex or something and woke up from that, Rufus says. He's probably not a virgin, but I don't ask because it's not my business. We're heading back downtown. Who knows how far we'll go. Maybe we'll ride the train until the very last stop, catch a bus, ride that to the even further stop. Maybe we'll end up in another state like New Jersey. There's a train door open at the platform and we run into it, finding an empty bench in the corner. Let's play a game, Rufus says. Not Gladiator again. Rufus shakes his head. Nope. It's a game called Traveller I used to play with Olivia. Make up a story about another passenger, where they're going and who they are. He shifts his body, leaning against mine as he discreetly points at a woman in blue medical scrubs under her jacket, holding a shopping bag. She's going home to take a nap and then blast some pop music as she gets ready for her first day off in 9 days. She doesn't know it yet, but her favourite bar is going to be closed for renovations. That sucks, I say. Rufus turns to me, his wrist spinning, encouraging me to go on. Oh, she'll go back home where she'll find her favourite movie on some cable network and catch up on emails to her friends during commercial breaks. He grins. What? She started her evening fairly adventurous, he says. She was taking a nap, so she'd have the energy to party all night. I figured she'd want to see what her friends are up to. She probably misses text messages and phone calls since she's usually too busy saving lives and delivering babies. She needs this, believe me. I nod at the girl with headphones bigger than fists and hair dyed platinum. She's drawing something colourful on her tablet with a blue stylus. I nod toward her. She's got the tablet for her birthday last week and she really wanted it for games and video chatting with her friends, but she's discovered this design app and experimented with it when she was bored. It's now her new obsession. I like that, Rufus says. The train stops and the girl is scrambling to get her illustrated tote bag together. She runs out of the car right when the doors are closing like an action movie sequence, and now she's going home where she'll be late for a video chat with her friends because she's too busy getting this one idea right. We keep playing Traveller. Rufus points out a girl with a suitcase who he thinks is running away, but I correct him. She's actually returning home after a big fight with her sister. And they're going to repair their relationship. I mean, anyone with eyes can see that what's happening. Another passenger soaked was having car trouble and had to ditch his van. No, wait, his Mercedes. Rufus corrects because a train ride is a humbling experience for this rich guy. Some NYU students jump on the train with umbrellas by their sides, possibly coming from orientation. Their whole lives ahead of them, and we play a flash round predicting who they'll become. A family court judge in A Family of Artists, a comedian in Los Angeles where they'll appreciate her traffic jokes, a talent agent who won't make it big for a few years but will have her time to shine, a screenwriter for a children's TV show about monsters playing sports, a skydiving instructor, which is funny because he has this handlebar moustache that must look like it's smiling against the wind during every descent. If someone else were playing Traveller, what would they predict for me and Rufus? Rufus taps my shoulder, pointing at the exit as the doors open. Hey, this isn't the stop where we spontaneously got our gym memberships, huh? Yeah, it is. You want to be brolic after some dick bumped you at the Bleachers concert, Rufus says, right when the doors close. I haven't been to a Bleachers concert, but I get the game now. Wrong night, Rufus. The dude bumped into me at the Fun concert. Hey, this is the stop where we got tattoos. Yeah, the tattoo artist Baker, I correct. Remember Baker, the tattoo artist who quit medical school? Right. We caught Baker in a good mood and he gave us buy one get one free deal. I got a bike tyre on my forearm. He taps his arm. And you got a male seahorse. Rufus looks confused, like he might call time out to see if we're still playing the same game. Remind me why you got that one again? My dad is really into male seahorses. He carried me through life solo, remember? I can't believe you forgot the meaning of the seahorse tattoo on my shoulder. No, wrist. Yeah, it's on my wrist. That's cooler. I can't believe you forgot where your tattoo is. When we get to the next stop, Rufus throws us into the future. Hey, this is where I normally get off for work, when I'm in the office, at least, and not in whatever resort around the world they send me to for review. It's wild. I get to work in a building you designed and built. So wild, Rufus. I look down at where my seahorse tattoo should be. In the future, Rufus is a travel blogger and I'm an architect. We have tattoos we got together. We've gone to so many concerts he can't keep them straight in his head. I almost wish we weren't so creative in this moment because these fake memories of friendship feel incredible. Imagine that reliving something you never lived. We have to leave our mark, I say, getting up from my seat. We're going outside to piss on fire hydrants. I put the blind date book on the seat. I don't know who will find this, but isn't it cool knowing that someone will if we leave it here? It's true. This is prime seating, Rufus says, getting up from the bench. The train stops and the door opens. There has to be more to life than imagining a future for yourself. I can't just wish for the future, I have to take risks to create it. There's something I really want to do, I say. We out, Rufus says, smiling. We get off the train before the doors close, bumping into two girls, and we take off out of the subway. Right, and that's where we're going to leave it today. Have a wonderful weekend. This will be posted today, and we will be up to Zoe Landon next, and we're getting close to the end. Bye.